This is thinking about the different positions that I'm going to be going over more in depth, especially if there's ones that interest anyone. Just kind of doing an analysis. It is my opinion, so just based on my own experience, certainly open to changing some of these responsibilities. But part of what you want to think about when you're thinking about running for office is, well, what do I want to achieve? What do I hope to achieve? Is my goal to really have a lot of responsibility and have a big opportunity for change across the whole district? Or maybe my focus is really about the local school level and my local school in particular, and I want to make changes there. Then I also have to think about the time that I would be able to commit to the position. Do I have a lot of time? And in fact, I want to leave the classroom and be full-time and take a leave of absence, potential amount of time. Or do I want to stick with a lower time commitment, maybe having 3 to 4 hours per month, which usually is the baseline, I would say, for these positions, because some of the meetings can run long. And then you'd hopefully want to prepare for the meetings in some way, but that could be a varying level of preparation depending on how you view your role, should you be elected. So here you can see that this is, and schools can certainly vary, but on average, kind of a middle, amount of time commitment per month, and that the opportunities for change are really focused on the local school. I'm sure those of us on personnel committee, we're already starting to meet, so it kind of ramps up at certain times of the year. Some schools, this is a very busy and time-intensive committee, and some it's not. So as I said, these are changeable for your position or where you are. We then have the more city-wide or district-wide positions, which again, I'll be going over these ones in particular a bit more in depth, but you can kind of see maybe the opportunity for change goes up a little bit with different ones. But the amount of time is arguably on the lower end of the scale. The president and general vice president do take leaves of absence, as we'll talk about, and receive stipends. Treasurer and secretary have a little more responsibility on the executive board as well. Elections committee has a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of work. And then of course there's the building rep, which many people in this space are right now. As we know, that's a lot of work. And you actually get to have change across the district and a lot of voice in your school, which is why I kind of placed it down here, because there is a lot of responsibility for your school, but you also really do get quite a voice at the district level. And I would argue that the building rep really is the backbone of the union. It's what makes it tick. So it's just something to kind of think about. Of course, we've got all of these citywide positions, but when it comes down to it, the building rep gets to be in a lot of these spaces, takes on a lot of responsibility at their local school, and has a big opportunity to make a lot of change.